you, Barb? How are you, Amanda? Amanda, I hope you're resting very, very quietly somewhere. So today we're talking about a subject which has always been my driver. I have always been that person that's offered service over selling, but also I've always been sales specific. So sales is my jam. I love sales. Like, the world goes round with sales. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't be here in our businesses. If I didn't buy StreamYard, I wouldn't have my business. If I didn't have my virtual assistants, I wouldn't be able to get the amazing content that I do. So all of that is all buying and selling, and good on you. I believe that many people get caught up in their heads, and they really do get caught up and then sabotage. They absolutely sabotage. They get up in their head, and they really do need to work on their mindset, because many people that I've coached over my time have had those blocks. I don't want to seem salesy. I don't want to be pushy. I don't, and that's a common thread that I hear. Now, if you're offering a service or a product that is going, hello there, beautiful Ariel and GV. If you're going to offer a service or a product that is going to be beneficial to people, and you believe with all of your heart that that is what it's doing, then why would you feel like you weren't offering the very best opportunity to that person? Now, it's actually offering a service. Any sales are services. It's how your mind perceives that service, right? So Lucia's going to buy a new pair of shoes. So I go down to shoe shops, and I won't actually just buy the first one I see, will I? Most people don't buy from the first person they see. They may come back to that person if they give great service, but if they don't give great service, then they may not. They might go to the next person who gives that great service with no expectation. That's the key. No expectation. I've just joined a social selling company, and it's quite interesting. When people are first in there, they're excited, their energy, they're getting, leads, blah, blah, blah. And then as they go along, their energy just drops and wanes. And it's quite interesting to see, because their energy is what keeps it all going. Their energy is what people want. People want you to be that person that you can. Blessed morning. I think it's Paul. I hope it's Paul. So they want that energy. They want some of that. They want some of, whatever it is that you're offering with that service. So when you see what you're doing as offering a service, and, having that focus, don't listen to the noise that's on the outside. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of people coming at you with all their different opinions, different ideas. That's okay. Don't get distracted. Stay in your lane. Stay there where you know that you've got a great offer, you've got a great product, and you've got, the way to achieve or give your clients an outcome. Now, if you know that you can give them an outcome that they desire, because they want something, you have to find out what they need, right? You have to do the digging. Now, when you understand your ideal client also, it makes a difference, right? It makes a difference when you understand who you're talking with. And like, this is vital. When I first started online, and really when I first started in sales many years ago, they always spoke about your ideal client. Who was your ideal client? And back then, I was 30 something, and that was my ideal client. Most of the people that bought from me were that age group. Even when I shifted from department to department, I went from shoes, I went to fragrance, I went to women's wear, I went to menswear. It was a bit different in menswear. And then when I went up to children's wear, but I was relating to the same people. So it was people, in menswear, it was husband and wives that would come in, and I'd relate to the wife, that she wanted her husband to look, a bit nicer than what he did, or wanted to upgrade his look. And then, in children's wear, it was the mums or the grandmums. I think it was probably when I was at children's wear, it was probably around the grandma stage, so it was like talking to the new grandmothers. And my energy as a new grandmother was, really shared with everyone. So 3 reasons why you could be sabotaging is unconsciously in your language. Watch your language. Watch your language. What comes out of here and what goes on up here has an effect on everything you do. So, I guess probably I should do this and I shouldn't do this, or sorry, and all of those sorts of words that we do use in our everyday. We need to be conscious of those when we're talking with a client or a prospective client. Our past beliefs, our past conditioning. This is vital to understand, have an awareness. Now, it's not going to go away. Like, can I just say to you guys, you're always going to lose the plot and go, and, hands up in the air and lose it. Like, your patience can only go so far, right? But understanding it and understanding why you do it, is really beneficial to you, because you can embrace who you are. You can be authentic. You can be that unique person that you are, and you can bring your energy. You can bring who you are to the presentation, to the, if you're talking with an ideal client. Now, I'm going to talk about your conditioning around money shortly, because I believe that is a really big block for a lot of people. They don't value what they offer, so there's still the worthiness that's underlying. So there's still a little bit of that worthiness under there, that success fear, and the belief in the product or the service. You've got to have that undeniable belief in the product or service to go, yep, it's a kicker. If you don't have this stuff, you're not going to, have the wellness that you desire. Or if you don't have this stuff, you're going to be coughing and spluttering every time you clean your benches. Or if you want to travel and you want to save money, this is the way you do it. So, you've got to have that passion. You've got to bring that passion to your business and when you're talking about it. So, understanding that. Now, we do this all in the Global Entrepreneurs Program. Sorry, I've been drinking a bit of lemon water this morning and my mouth is a little bit dry. So, even though it's lemon water. So, really, really understanding the blocks. Now, I can say this, if you do not understand, what's going on for you when you're doing this, go and talk to someone. I'm not the person. I'm not a person, I'm not a lifestyle coach. I'm not a person that can help you with personal development. I can give you snippets because I see it all the time, and I've been through that journey myself. I've had to do some work for myself, and I continually do some work. I'm always doing conscious work for myself, around my mindset, around my money beliefs, around my my worthiness, all of that. I do that constantly. That is something I work on a daily basis. I use a daily mantra. I use a daily journaling. I really, really do meditate. I have to. I have to keep my head in the game. And it's so serious. Like, it's seriously, if you take your business seriously and really want to be a success in it, you have to do this work. This work is, thanks, Rashri. How are you, beautiful? If you love what you do, you have to work on you. You have to work on you and consistently work on you. So understanding your ideal client, and who is your ideal client? Generally, the most important thing about your ideal client is it is you. You will find most of your ideal clients, like I said to you before, when I was working in the departments, your ideal client is you. It is that person that relates the most to you. So you can help other people. Don't get me wrong, but you are talking to yourself. So if you understand who you are and you've got a really good awareness of your shortcomings, of your skills, your wisdom, your knowledge, if you've got a really good, absolutely, if you don't look after yourself, absolutely, you've got to come with a full bucket. You've got to come from a full bucket. Otherwise, what can you do? Like, you wax and wane. Like, you 1 minute you're here, one next minute you're there. 1 minute you're here, next minute you're there. So coming from a full bucket will always help you. So when it comes to talking money, understanding that client, right? So understanding that, when you're having that conversation with a person, very, very quickly, you can see where they're at. You can have empathy with them, but you can see where they're at. Oh, I can't afford it. Who hears that word? Who hears that word, right? You haven't made it exciting enough, right? You haven't made it exciting enough. That's exactly what it is. It's nothing else. You've made it, mundane. It's up to you to put those excitement bunnies out there, and develop that excitement for what you're offering in your product, in your service. Because if you don't, that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get, oh, I can't afford it, because you're not actually speaking to what they want. You're not answering what they want, what they, what they need, but what do they want? And you need to give them the outcome to that want. And some of them might want to be just like what you. They want to be doing what you're doing. Many of my past clients have gone on and become, business coaches or social media coaches or, wellness coaches. So, it's interesting, until you start doing this personal development, and until you start looking at your mindset, looking at, what the blocks are, the old beliefs. They may not even be yours. And I'm going to give you a little story here. I had this block around charging a price. I had this block, and I would fluctuate. I'd go, yeah, I'll do that, and then I'd go, no, I won't do that. Yeah, I'll do that. And it was this seesaw ride, right? So I did some work around it. Went and did a bit of not meditation, but talk with a personal development coach. And what it was an old energy that my father has passed on to me. And I was totally unaware of it, totally unaware of where it was coming from. But it was this, I'm not a nice person if I'm rich. And it was like this voice in my head. So I was sabotaging, literally sabotaging. Every time I went to say the amount, I was like, choke. It was like choking. And I've come to realize That's my father's stuff because that's from his childhood. It's not my stuff. So I really, really am aware if I start to go, with that little belief that tries to come forward, I push it down. I go, oh, okay, thank you for being here. Okay, right. There's still some work to do around that. So, do some more work around your mindset, Lucia, because it's making it about me, not about the people that I'm trying to help, right? The people that I'm wanting to help. And you've got to take the focus away from you. It's not about you. It's never about you. It's about what their wants, needs, and desires and dreams are. Absolutely about them. So step into your ideal client's shoes. Can you help them with their mindset? I have a coaching program, Global Entrepreneurs Program. We do a snippet of mindset. We'll bring up some of the subjects, particularly around money, particularly around the sabotaging. The imposter. Why do you believe that you can't do something? Putting your masterclass together. Why can't you do that? And a lot of it is because people overcomplicate. They overcomplicate things, and then they get caught up in the sabotage because they can't see the forest for the trees kind of thing. They're just lost in that overwhelm. So, and that's sometimes why they just don't do it, is because they're caught up in the overwhelm. And that is your role as a coach, as a mentor, as a customer service provider, product provider, is to listen and to really hear what they're saying. Really, really hear what they're saying. So, money is purely the transaction. We buy, we sell. It's purely a transaction. So when you hold that space, there's lots of money, right? There's money. There's always more money. There's always more clients. There's always abundance. It's all there. So what's holding you back from being a six-figure income earner? What's holding you back? Why aren't you talking to people? Why aren't you letting people know about what you do? Sharing your wisdom, skill, and knowledge. That's all people want. And I did some statistics on Facebook Monday or Tuesday in our Facebook masterclass. If you want that replay, just pop your your email down there and we'll send you the replay. Because in there, it says that 76% of internet users are on Facebook. On Facebook. And then I think it's something like 50-something percent will look for a business online in their online in Facebook. So something like 53%, I think it is. Don't quote me because I'm trying to use my memory, and there's a lot of stuff going on here. So why aren't you getting the sales? Are you being too small? Are you not valuing your skill, wisdom, and knowledge? And I'm talking to a couple of people here because I know, where they're at, and I know that their value is exponential. They've got so many skills, they don't see it. They don't see it. And, how are your clients going to see it if you can't see it? So when you come, when you come from a state of abundance, then you will see that there is money. People will find it. Now I'll tell you a story. This is a prospective client that I was, talking to, and anyway, I had this conversation with her, and she was going to join the Global Entrepreneurs Program. and it's a 12-month program. She could learn everything about Facebook, everything about business strategy, all of it, right? So what happens? She says, I can't afford it. That was what she told me. Now, this has been a big lesson for me, this one. Um, anyway, I was talking to her a week later, and I said, "Oh, how's things going? How's the business? Everything. What's happening?" "Oh, I just bought a $75,000 machine." I went, my mouth just dropped, right? My mouth just dropped. I went, "Oh, that's so nice. Awesome. Fantastic." But it was a lesson. It was the divine, or the universe was giving me a lesson, right? I hadn't made it about her enough. It hadn't been exciting enough. It hadn't been, what she really couldn't do without. So let stories like that be a lesson that, there is always money. There is always more money. There is always more clients, and there's always abundance. It is everywhere. Now, as I said, I've just joined this social selling company. Now, one of the ladies that joined in February is now at double diamond. So her income is like, I think she said it's some crazy amount, but she's, her business is just it's on fire. It's just tripled in 6 months. So and she's at the ground floor, so it's been a lot of hard work for her. But can I just say, business is work. It's not fun. Well, it is fun, but you still have to put in the work, right? You still have to let people know that what you work for yourself. Many people don't even say what they do in business. If you're talking in a group with a group of friends, and you say, "Oh, hi, I'm Lucia." "Hi, Dean." "Hi, Dean." And anyway, what they do is they go, "Oh, what do you do? Where are you working?" And the people that are in their own business, they're very coy. The person that works at Bunnings will say, "Oh, I'm working so many hours at Bunnings," or "I'm working in a pharmacy," or "I work for the doctors." But the person that runs their own business is sitting in the background going, "Oh, yeah, I just work online. I work online." And it's like, what is your business? Tell people what your business is. That's important. Whatever it is, you have skill, wisdom, and knowledge that you're bringing to the people that you're attracting. All right. So it is about your energy. It is about what you make it about. Like, it's not about us. It is not about us. And when you're making money, you can make a difference to people's lives. Now, I have 3 VAs in the business, and one VA today, unfortunately, is with her family because her sister has had a major accident. Now, if I didn't, give that position to that beautiful VA, she wouldn't be able to do this. She would not be able to go and find out what's going on and do the police reports and everything else that's going on in her world. She wouldn't be able to do that. So, when you are making money, you can change lives. You can absolutely change lives. So when you see it like that, it is not something to get choked up about. It is something to see the abundance, the opportunity. The universe is putting it there for us, but we're putting all the blocks. We're the ones that put the blocks in the way. So what we have to do is open up, let it flow, and talk about your business, talk about what you do, how you help people, what difference you can make in their lives. I have a beautiful client that helps people with food sensitivities and allergies, etc. She talks about additives and preservatives and how they affect your gut health and your immune system, etc. Amazing, amazing skills, wisdom, right? It needs to be shared because there's so many people with disruptions in their health and wellness. So many. So, that is what I'm talking about. People with previous skills, they can bring those skills to their businesses. They're not just about the product, they've actually got skills, leadership skills, they've got mentoring skills, they've got communication skills, they've got so much wisdom. But, before you talk about the transaction, you really need to understand that person. How am I going for time? 2 minutes. So you need to understand that person and where that person or that ideal client of yours is going to be. So, when we're talking social media, which is what I teach, Facebook, you need to understand where they're going to be. Majority of my clients have come from Facebook. I don't really get seen anywhere else. I don't have a LinkedIn profile any longer. Anyone that has LinkedIn, I can put you to a LinkedIn specialist, but I don't use it at all. But look, if you want to talk more about what platform to use, your ideal client, how to get over some of those money blocks that you might be experiencing, schedule a call with us. I'll get one of the VAs to pop the link in the chat. Have a call. Let's chat. Let's discuss about 15-20 minutes. Let's discuss where you're at in your business. Let's have a look at your social media platform. There could be something in there that's really not saying to people that you're in business. You need to let people know, hi, whoever that is, it's lovely to see you. Because, like, consistency in your business is going to really get you seen. It's going to get you seen, and then people will understand what you do. So, understanding the platform to use and the platform that your client will be on. Now, I have to say this, because of the whole AI scene and everything that's changed in the online scene, you don't just need Facebook. You need the other platforms as well, because you just never know who's watching. I'm getting people from TikTok now that are coming to see me. So, hi, Melissa. I couldn't see who it was. Thank you, Amanda. So, be mindful that, the social media scene has changed again. November 2022, there was 2.9 billion users on Facebook. So I imagine that this year it will have gone up again, because it had like a 13% increase, each year. So I believe it probably will be increasing next year as well. Now, if you can't find a client and talk about your business with 2.9 billion people, then maybe you need to have some really big conversations with yourself and find out why you're not getting those clients. And I'm going to leave it at that, because I believe that everyone has the opportunity with Facebook to get clients. I've got no doubt in my mind that if you follow my system, you will definitely get clients. You will definitely get clients. So hook up for a call. Love to chat with you. And let's get 2024 cracking, because there's not much longer to go, and we'll be, we're set. We've got 2024 planned. So let's get you started in 2024. Now, we do have a social media planner. If you'd like that, pop social media planner in the chat, and we'll happily email you. One of the VAs will message you, and they will just get your best email, and we'll flick that one to you. So thank you, everyone, for being here, listening, and I look forward to seeing you again next week with some of this. But whatever you do, get yourself out there. People need to to be seeing your skill, wisdom, and knowledge. It is so important, so very important for, the generations that are coming up. They believe that they can just get on social media and it happens, it just happens, and you're an influencer. They don't see all the hard work. So yeah, Rajshri, it's beautiful to have you here. Thank you so much, and let's talk. Bye for now, everyone. See you next week.